Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Belleville for this tilt between Waterloo and Belleville. Just trying to get everything set up here, folks. I'm just trying to make sure that we can see first and third and everything else. So, just trying to get this all figured out, folks. Don't mind me. So, it's again, as I said, there we go. How's that, folks? All right. Waterloo, Belleville, Friday afternoon. And Ryder Janke steps in. Starting shortstop today. First pitch to him, swung on a missed, came up empty. That's 72 beautiful degrees here in Belleville. Not much wind. Ryder's second pitch is on the inside corner, almost hit him, but called a strike. Janke in an 0-2 hole. And fly ball out to right. And center fielder converging there, but the right fielder will take it for the first out. F9 if you're scoring at home. Brings up Caleb Bullock, the starting catcher. There we go. I had to move over a little bit. Now I can see. Hopefully you can still hear me, folks. And Caleb coming up empty. That is low. And Caleb's even in the count, 1-1. Rest of the lineup will give you after Caleb reaches base. Inside, missed, 2-1. Kyle Hostetler waits on deck. That is low and outside. Caleb ahead, 3-1. And that is low. So Waterloo with a base runner. Caleb Bullock walks. So Kyle Hostetler steps to the plate. He's in the 3-hole. Mason Reedy batting 4. Gavin Shroud in the 5-hole. Shea Selno batting 6. Jacob Year 7. Toss back over to first, and Caleb back in plenty of time. Jacob Gear at 7. Trey Collins 8. Avery Peachy, first baseman in the 9-hitter. And number 10 is Gabe Meister. And first pitch to Hostetler is low, ball 1. Two-step lead over there by Bullock at first. He's going to hold, and that drops in there for a strike. Even now at 1-1. That is low, 2-1. Trying to nibble the outside corner and just not hitting it. That wasn't a problem the Monday and Tuesday night for JV team. Playing in Waterloo, that was a strike all day. And that is low. Nice stop. Just trickles away from him a little bit, and Caleb Bullock will take second. Don't know if you can call that a wild pitch or pass ball, but it was in the dirt, so we'll call it a wild pitch. So Waterloo with a runner in scoring position here, top of the first. Still no score. And Tepper foul into the on-deck circle in Waterloo. And full count for Hostetler. Playing left field this afternoon. And that is a line shot past the shortstop into left field. Gets past the left fielder. Caleb Bullock will come in to score. And on the air, Kyle with a head first slide, safe into second. And Waterloo with a 1-0 lead. Mason Reedy in the cleanup spot here. Let's see if he's able to switch spots with Hostetler. And Mason lays off that high pitch. 1-0. And foul ball will get out of play. One and one the count. One in, one on, and one out. And that is low, 2-1. And that is on the outside corner. 2-2 now. Curveball flying out to left. Caught out there. Second out of the inning. Not deep enough for Hostetler to tag. Brings up Gavin Shroud, the center fielder, with 2 down in the top of the first. First pitch to Gavin. High, ball 1. And just a bit low. 2-0. And Shroud takes that one, but that will be a fly ball to center.
There you go!
Caught out there for the third out, and Waterloo is retired. But they do play to run. Strand won, and through a half inning of play, Waterloo won. Belleville coming up. Bottom of the first. Set the defense for you. Jacob Gear takes the hill. Caleb Bullock, his battery mate behind the plate. First to third, Avery Peachy at first. Mason Reedy at second. Ryder Janke at short. Shea Selnow at third. Left to right, Kyle Hostetler in left. Center field, Gavin Shroud. And right fielder today is Gabe Meister. Well, Jacob was on the mound when these two teams met on Tuesday through 3 innings. So a familiar foe for Jacob. Opening pitch is outside a ball. And that is on the outside corner. And swinging a foul tip into the glove. And Jacob ahead, 1-2. Jacob shakes off a couple of signs, and there's slider missed low and inside. 2-2. And hit batter. So first hit batter for either team today. In there for a strike. Throws back to first. Only about a step and a half lead over there for the Belleville runner. And that drops in there. Jacob ahead, 0-2. I believe this was the leadoff hitter on Tuesday for Belleville. Randy, don't know what his last name is. And that is strike 3. So a hit batter and a strikeout. Runner still on first for Belleville. And swung on and popped up. Avery Peachy giving chase and catches that in foul territory. Almost overran it. Had to use all of his 6'3" frame to reach back for that one. And 2 down now. Runner holds and fouls straight back. Jacob ahead, 0-1. Low, good block by Caleb. One and one. Oh, slider that didn't slide. Batter was able to get out of the way and check it behind 2-1. Step and a half lead over there by the runner at first. He holds, and Jacob drops one in there to even it at 2-2. He's going, and it doesn't matter because that's 3 outs. So Jacob strands a runner on first after that hit batter, and through one inning of play, Waterloo leads it 1-0. Due up for Waterloo, Selno, Gear, and Collins. Third baseman Shea Selno stands in. Looks like an errant throw of the outfielders. Practice ball for Belleville. And here we go. And Shea leaves that one alone for a ball, 1-0. That is high, 2-0. And Shea comes up empty. 2-1. And that is just low. Good eye by Selno. And that is low. So leadoff walk for Selno. Brings up Jacob Gear. Shea holds and inside a ball. Big lead over there at first. 2.5 steps. And he's going to head back and head first slide. He's in there. And good lead out there again. Selno holds and pitches in there for a strike. 1-1. And gear coming up empty. 1-2. And outside. And grounder to short, backhanded there, but no play. Single deep in the hole. And brings up Trey Collins, the extra hitter. First and second now. First base is in, looking for a bunt. And Trey leaves that alone, and it's high. And Trey fouls that one into the crowd behind me. Pretty good Belleville crowd here today. Gotta say, we probably around 30 to 40 fans from Belleville. And that is in there. 1-2. Of course, Waterloo always travels pretty well too. We've probably got around 20 here. And curveball. And Collins swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And swings through that one. Strike one. Oh, fouls that one off. And Peachy behind 0-2. And Tapper foul, stays alive. We'll do it again at 0-2. And fly ball to left. And dropped out there via the air. And throw to third, and third baseman drops it. So bases loaded with one down. And brings up Gabe Meister with the bases loaded. And one out.
Let's get a line drive here now, right field.
And that is in there for a strike. First baseman up on the grass. Ooh, comes up empty. Inside corner was probably a strike anyway.
We got it now.
And that is low. Still behind in the count, 1-2. That is low, 2-2. And strike three, swinging. And brings up Ryder Jenke, who flew out to right his first time up. Bases full of Pirates. And that is low and outside, a ball. And inside corner, 1-1. And that is inside a ball. 2-1 to Jenke. And fly ball to left. That is going to be trapped out there. And foul ball. Made the attempt out there, but caught that in foul, touched it in foul territory, and falls harmlessly to the turf. Turns out to be just a long strike, and we'll do it again here at 2-2. And grounder to third. Glove there, and steps on third for the force. So Waterloo strands the bases loaded. And through an inning and a half, they lead it 1-0. So Jacob back on the bump for the Pirates. Sun's starting to go down here behind the Waterloo dugout. I see some fans need to put their sweatshirts on. May be 70 degrees, but in the shade it's not. Okay. Bottom of the second. And that is fouled back and into the fence. And that is fouled back into the crowd. And a one hopper out there caught by a fan. Jacob ahead 0-2. And curveball just missed. Glove by Janke, throws to first and beat it out. Nice spin move at short by Janke. I didn't think he had a chance to get a glove on that, but he did. And it's just an infield single. First hit given up by Jacob. Second leadoff batter that has reached base for Belleville in the first 2 innings. He holds and curveball outside. And throw to first. Runner is back in time. Step and a half lead over there. And comes in, and that is the outside corner. Bullock with a snap throw down to first, but runner back in time. Not the easiest way to do that with a left-handed batter when you're trying to throw down to first, but Peachy also looking into the sun. Coming from the catcher. Yeah, it's high and swing and a miss. Bullock called for that one upstairs. And Jacob Gear didn't miss that spot. And the Belleville batter missed the ball. Third strikeout of the game. Jacob back to first. Plenty of time. He's back. A lot of attention being paid to this runner on first for Belleville. He's holding, and Jacob in there for a strike to get ahead. And thrown over to first again. Runner holds and delayed steal. And nice throw by Bullock, and he's out. So 0-2 count and a caught stealing. Not quite a strike him out, throw him out situation. And another high pitch. Swung on and missed. 3 up, 3 down for Belleville, and through 2 innings of play, Waterloo holds on to their 1-0 lead. Due up for Waterloo in the third. 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Bullock, Hostetler, and Reedy. And ball one. And that is high. 2-0. And Caleb with a fly ball out to left. Misplayed out there. Going to be caught. Looks like the outfielder came in a little bit and then had to take a couple steps back. Ends up being an F7 for the first out. Brings up Hostetler. And that is low. Single pass short his first time up. Oh, out in front of that one. That is high. 2-1. And that is in there. 2-2. First batter of the third inning. Waterloo up 1-0. That bounces in there for a ball. 3-2. And hops on that one into foul territory. And out of play. Left fielder gave chase, but ran out of room. So nothing more than a long strike, as I said before, and we'll just do it again at 3-2. And that is high and tight. So Hostetler on for his second time today, this time via the walk. So 1 on and 1 out. And Mason Reedy steps to the plate. A line to left his first time. And Hostetler off with a pitch. And in there with a head first slide, stolen base. Had a good jump on that one. Waterloo with a runner in scoring position. And that is low and outside. And Mason comes up empty. Trickles away from the catcher, but not far enough for Hostetler to think about third. So Reedy still ahead in the count. And that is low. Good block by the Wildcats catcher. 3-1 the count. And that drops in there, curve at the knees. So another full count. And grounder to the hole, it's short. And Mason beats that out, infield single. Not sure if Belleville plans on that. Not sure if the lawn needs to be cut a little bit. Those balls are getting slowed down quite a bit. Gavin Shroud with runners on the corners. Not there for long. Reedy off with the pitch and fouled. One strike to Shroud. See if Reedy's off with this pitch, and he's going to hold. Would have been a good pitch to run on. That was a low curveball in the dirt. Evens the count, ball and a strike. Oh, Reedy got caught leaning, but he's safe. And Reedy is off with a pitch. And another tapper foul to the third base coach. And Shroud behind 1-2. Selnow waits on deck. Reedy off with the pitch and fouled out of play. Stays alive. And that is outside. 2-2. Reedy off with the pitch. And Shroud hit in the backside. One down with bases loaded. Infielders up on the grass. Cut down to a play at the plate, and ball is low. Hostetler on third, Reedy on second, Shroud on first. Only one down, top of the third. Outside, 2-0. That is low, 3-0. Sal now led off the second with a walk. He's ahead 3-0. And grounder knocked down by the third baseman, throws on to first to get the out. But Hostetler comes in to score. So runners on second and third. As Jacob Gears steps in. Ooh, comes up empty. 0-1. And that drops low. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. And Jacob with a pop-up going over first. And lands foul. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Shadows have crept across the plate. And that is swung on and missed high. And the side is retired. But Waterloo plates won. And through 2.5, they're up 2-0. Keeping tabs on the other game that Waterloo has playing, JV has playing in Waterloo against Lake Mills. Bottom of the third there as well. And Waterloo trails it 4-1. But here, Waterloo up 2-0. Opening pitch by Jacob, swung on and missed. And outside, back to the fence. And Jacob ahead 1-2. And just misses on the inside corner. Bullet tried to frame it. 2-2. And foul.
Might have been coming right at the camera. Yeah, I'm not a bigger range couple all the time.
And Jacob with his 5th strikeout of the game. Jacob had 5 through 3 innings on Tuesday night. Just missed low. And swung and a miss. One and one. And foul out of play over the Waterloo dugout. And 1-2. And there it is. Six for Jacob today. 2 out. The bottom of the third. Ooh, second time Jacob has hit somebody. Another slider that didn't slide. I think that was the same. And high. So 2 hit batters for Jacob in the game. And throw to first. Had him leaning. Throw a little bit more on the bag, and they might have had him. Same could be said last inning when Mason was leaning the other way. Mason Reedy for Waterloo. Runner holds and foul over right. Tried to place that over first base, but falls foul. Runner holds and fouled up the hill. 1-2. And that is on the inside corner. And that batter strikes out for the second time today. 7 punch-outs for Gear through 3 innings. And Waterloo holds on to their 2-0 lead. Due up for Waterloo, bottom of the order. Collins, Peachy, and Meister coming up in the top of the 4th.
Better than Monday night. Yes. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to go sit in the truck. You're gonna have to help me here. I was. And then where you guys were, you must have we were up further than we were. We were like right where that clearing is, and I had a kind of turn. But you guys talking about Monday. Yeah. Because Tuesday night was in the park. And you were putting fertilizer on, so then we got.
Jacob's got it firing today. He's got it firing today.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't the and it wasn't. Yeah, it was real.
Is that the same Kitty Bean the first inning?
I put my phone up, so I.
Because I know that number 5 is their second hitter, and he being the leadoff hitter the first time, but I don't know if he was. But I thought he was a lefty. He was a lefty. This guy was a righty, so I wonder if they're. Yeah. Beans 2 and struck out 7 so far.
Come on, Drake. No, this is when you should have been singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
And Trey steps in. First pitch is a ball.
Hey, buddy, line drive here. Get a hold of one.
And Tapper foul by the third base coach. 1-1. Outside, 2-1.
You're right there, 5. You're right there.
I was chatting with Jacob Gear's father between innings. And that is low. 3-1. And the only thing he was saying was Jacob was either beating him or K'ing him, which is pretty much the case. And that is a walk. So, runner on first. Avery Peachy stands in. Yeah, Gear's only given up 1 hit. And we're going to have a coaching visit to the mound, along with the entire infield. Peachy will take that moment to talk to Coach Setz, make sure he's on the same page with him. Coach Reedy over at first talking to Collins. Peachy reached base on a error by the left fielder first time up. And back to live baseball here. Collins on first. Good speed out there. Probably won't be there for very long. And he's gone. And Peachy fouls that one into the netting. Strike one. Collins holds, and Peachy fouls that one over the Wildcat dugout. And a wild pitch, and Collins will advance to second. 1-2 to Peachy. And that is low, 2-2. And that is high. Peachy's brought it back full. Full count. Meister waits on deck. And Peachy fouls that. Almost took Meister's head off in the on deck circle. And we'll do it again at 3-2. And that is taken for a strike. First out of the inning.
Line drive, buddy.
And inside pitch. Swung on and missed. And grounder to third. Kept it in front of him and on to first and misplayed by the first baseman. Kind of short. Trey will come in to score. Hostetler taking second on the wild throw. And Waterloo plates their third run of the game. They're up 3-0. So Waterloo back to the top of the order, and Ryder Janke. And that drops in there for a strike. And that's high. And Jenke with a foul over the fence. First baseman ran out of room over there. And Jenke in a 1-2 hole. And inside corner for the second out of the inning.
Hey, buddy, you got it, buddy.
Brings up Caleb Bullock, who scored the first run of the game for the Pirates. And that is inside a ball. Outside to Caleb. He's ahead 2-0. Curveball just a little bit high. Will Bullock have the green light at 3-0? We'll have to wait. And that is a strike in there. 3-1. Meister at second. And that is low. So Hostetler come to the plate. He's been on twice today. Singled in the first. Walked and scored in the third. And that is just low. And we'll have a little visit to the mound here by the catcher.
Hey, you throw that same ball, it'll be a strike.
2-0. That is a miss. 3-0. And that is low. So bases are loaded now with 2 out. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Mason Reedy. 1 for 2 today. Waterloo with 1 in the inning and looking for more. First pitch to Reedy, low and outside. And Reedy lines that into left. Meister comes in to score, station to station. And Waterloo's got 4 in the fourth. Total of 4 through their half of the fourth. Not 4 in the inning. Sorry, I didn't want to confuse anybody. So Gavin Shroud stands in with bases still loaded. And that is fly out to center. Caught out there for the third out. But Waterloo plates two more. Through 3.5, they lead it 4-0. Defensive change for Waterloo. Trey Collins coming in to catch for Caleb Bullock. Probably just a straight switch between catcher and extra hitter. I don't believe anybody else is left on the bench. And along with that, we're going to see another inning out of Jacob Gear. Been efficient so far, outside of the two hit batters and the single he gave up in the second. Unofficially, I'm at 39 pitches for Jacob. I should go check to see if somebody's got a number for me over on the bench after this. That is swinging a foul. Back, straight back. And that's a little number caught out there by Jacob. F1 if you're scoring along at home. So 1 out in the fourth. I have no idea what that was. A chance at just kind of throwing around the diamond. Jacob's opening pitch swung on and missed by this batter. And fouled back. Gear ahead 0-2. And that is on the outside corner. 8 punch outs for Gear on the game. And that is a curveball. Jacob is not afraid to start off a batter with that curveball. And it's not just been this game either. And there's Jacob ahead 0-2. Gear is grooving this inning. And that is fouled and out of play. And we'll do it again at 0-2. And Tapper foul. Batter stays alive. And that is low and outside. And fly ball out to left. Camping under that is Hostetler. And Jacob Gear is through 4. And through 4, Waterloo is up 4-0. 2 up for Waterloo. Selnow, Gear, and Collins. New pitcher on the hill for the Wildcats, number 15. Trying to get an updated score from Waterloo Fireman's Park.
What's the updated score? Oh, 7-4. Us.
Waterloo with a big comeback, leading 7-4 now. They were down 4-1. Gonna go get an official pitch count here on Gear. Top of the 5th, and Selnow into the batter's box. Opening pitch is low, ball 1. And Shea with a rocket to third, gloved over there. Line out to third. And brings up Jacob Gear. That is low and it gets away from the catcher. Just missed outside. Jacob ahead, 2-0. And that curveball slipped out of his hand. And Jacob ahead, 3-0. And Jacob, green light on 3-0. Fouls straight back. And Jacob walks. Trey Collins stands in now. Jacob with a hot foot over there at first. Collins swinging through that first pitch. Gear holding it first. And that is high. 1-1. And high and tight. 2-1. And swinging through that. 2-2. Jacob holds, pitches outside to Collins. Full count. Peachy waits on deck. And that is outside. Back-to-back walks. And Peachy swings at the first pitch and a liner to left. Gear coming around third. He's going to score. And Waterloo plates the fifth run. Collins moves up to second. And Gabe Meister will stand in. Oh, drops in there for a strike. And curveball misses high. 1-1. And that is low. Good block by the Wildcat catcher to keep the runners at their current stations. Meister ahead, 2-1. Ooh, comes up empty. 2-2. Outside. And another full count. And inside, almost hit him. Meister got out of the way. Ends up being a walk. And the top of the order is up in Ryder Janke. We are going to have a coaching visit to the mound, along with the entire infield before Ryder steps in. Waterloo with single tallies in the first and third, 2 in the fourth, and 1 here in the fifth, looking for more. 1 down and bases loaded with the top of the order coming up here. So back to live baseball. First pitch to Janke. High and tight. Ball one. And Ryder fouls that one back. And outside. And that's high. 3-1. Bases full of Pirates. Nowhere to put them. And infield fly. Batter is out. And Caleb Bullock stands in. Walked twice. And held up, but I believe it was a strike anyway. And Caleb with a shot into left center. Collins is in. Peachy's in. And Meister in. Bases clearing double for Bullock. Big 2-out double by Caleb Bullock to break this game open. 8-0. And Hostetler with a tapper to the on base, or to the dugout circle, batter's box, on deck circle. Couldn't get the words out right, folks. And that is behind him. 1-1, the count on the scoreboard. And that is a grounder to short. Throws on to first, and Hostetler beats it out. First baseman unable to corral that one. And Bullock comes in to score. Hostetler on second. In steps Reedy. And leaves that one alone. Drops right in there for a strike. Reedy 2 for 3 today. Couple of singles. And that's high and tight. 1-1. And Reedy with a shot out to right. caught out there right at the shoe tops. And that ends the inning. But Waterloo picking up 5 more in the 5th. Through 4.5. They lead it 9-0. Gear will be back out for his 5th inning of work. 50 pitches officially for him on the day. 50 through 4, so that's 12, 13 pitches an inning. That's pretty efficient. Some of the Belleville varsity team taking this game in. See them over by the bench. Waterloo varsity victorious yesterday at this field, 1-0. Jacob's opening pitch of the 5th, outside a ball. 1-0. And fouled outside of first, outside of first. Even at a ball and a strike. And that is a foul. And Jacob ahead 1-2. And swings through that. Jacob picking up where he left off. And that is in there for a strike. And swung and missed. Jacob ahead 0-2. And swung on and missed. Drop third strike. Trey will throw on to first to retire that. Two down in the 5th. Just inside. Ball 1. That's in there. 1-1. And inside a ball. 2-1. Swings through that one. 2-2. and swings through that one. Jacob not showing any ill effects of that big inning offensively in the layoff. Strikes out the side, 11 total on the day. And we head to the top of the 6th. Waterloo up 9-0. 2 up this half inning. Shroud, Selnow, and Gear for the Pirates. New pitcher on for the Wildcats, number 17.
The restaurant's 3 blocks away. I'll pick you up right here.
Couple of players for Waterloo over here playing catch. Looks like Caleb Bullock. And Tapper into the grass. Never mind, foul ball. Shroud behind 0-1. That is high and tight to Shroud. 1-1. Two and 1. And curveball just misses. 3-1. Shroud hitless in 3 trips. And officially 2 trips. He got hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Flew out to center both his other times. And this time he's in a full count. And liner fair down the left field line. Big turn at first, but it will be a single for Shroud to lead off the 6th. And Selnow will step in.
Right here.
Not sure how long Shroud's going to be at first, but it's going to be at least one more because he's out. He slid safe into first, but apparently took his hand off the bag when he stepped on it, and the Wildcat first baseman still had the glove on him. And that will be a foul ball. First baseman giving chase, catcher giving chase, falls right in front of the Wildcat dugout. And Shea with a shot out to left. Going to be caught out there for the second out. And brings up Jacob Gear. Ooh, Jacob out in front of that one. And Jacob way out in front of that curveball, down 0-2 now. And wave and a miss. First time that Waterloo's gone down in order. And we're headed to the bottom of the sixth. And Jacob will stay on the bench. Caleb Bullock, warming up between innings, will take over for Jacob. Closed the book on him, but what a book it was. 5 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts. Only 1 hit given up. And 2 hit batters. So Jacob gives way to Caleb Bullock, who was the starting catcher. And then Trey Collins took over for him behind the plate. And I believe Trey, here he comes, was in the on-deck circle, so I had to take his gear off or had to put his gear on, I should say. Everything else remains the same for Waterloo. So in the last 2 games that Jacob has pitched, both against Belleville, 8 innings of work and 17 strikeouts. Two walks and 2 hit batters. He did give up an unearned run on Tuesday. Let's go back through the scorebook on Jacob Gear to see. Back on the 25th of April, Jacob pitched 2 innings with 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Didn't give up a run that game either. Caleb 3-0. There's a strikeout of Caleb. And that is ball 4. Yeah, swinging strike there. That's in there for a strike. Bullock ahead 2-0. Runner at first takes off, swung on and fouled. We'll do it again at 0-2. And he's off again. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. And it goes into center field. Retrieved there by Reedy. So an opportunity for a strike him out, throw him out situation, but didn't happen. Still 1 down. And Belleville with a runner in scoring position. Outside pitch is a ball for Caleb. And that is swung on and missed inside. Came up empty, 1-1. And batter calls time. Granted. 1-1. That's on the outside corner. 1-2. Definitely think there's a fastball coming high here. Nope. Low and outside. 2-2. Bottom of the 6th. And balk called. Runner from second will go to third. Must have touched his. Oh, don't know. Don't know what he did. And swung on and missed. That will be a strikeout. 2 of those this inning. Load outside, gets stopped by Collins. Wildcat first run is 90 feet away, but 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. And that is a curveball in there for a strike. Bullock even at 1-1. And that one, a little bit too inside that time. 2-1. Drops in there. Looked like the arm angle dropped a little bit too for Bullocks, but it's 2-2. Collins sets up high, and that is in there, strike 3. So, must be something in the Belleville water. Three strikeouts and a walk for Bullock. And we're headed to the top of the 7th. 2 up for Waterloo, Collins, Peachy, and Meister, the bottom part of the order. New pitcher in for Belleville. Number 9 was the starting catcher. And shot out to left. And caught out there. Collins gave it a ride on the first pitch, but flew out to left. And Avery Peachy stands in, singled and scored his last time up. And that is low and outside a ball. And fouled out of play. 1-1. And that is high. 2-1. And that curveball drops in there, even 2-2. Oh, wave and a miss for the second out. Meister stands in. Low and outside a ball. And outside a ball. 2-0 to Meister. Scored twice today. And comes up empty on that fastball. Still ahead in the count, 2-1. Drops low. 3-1. And swing and a miss there. Full count. And struck out for the third out. So second inning where Waterloo has gone down in order. To the bottom of the seventh we go. Waterloo maintains a 9-0 lead. Update from Waterloo JV. Ahead of Lake Mills, 10-6. That game is still going on at Waterloo Fireman's Park. Beautiful day for baseball. Don't care where you are. Defensive change at third. Gear back in the game to take over for Selnow at third.
Well, yeah.
Everything else remains the same. Just a little bit of center and right field still in the sun. Opening pitch by Bullock is in there for a strike. And got his head down just in time. Almost hit the bat. Saw that happen earlier this year. And that curveball drops in there for a strike. Bullock ahead, 1-2. And way out in front of that one, drop third strike. Collins gets up and throws to first to complete the strikeout. One down in the inning. And swing and a miss. Like a high slider. And that's in there for a strike. 0-2. And curveball misses low. 1-2. High. 2-2. Bullock's fifth strikeout. And fouled. front of the Wildcat dugout. Down low, missed. 1-1. And that is high. Outside, 2-1. That's in there. 3-2. And swing and a miss. That is your ball game. Waterloo comes into Belleville and defeats the Wildcats 9-0. Waterloo retires out of the 21 batters, 21 outs, 17 recorded via the strikeout.
Yeah, really? Wow.
So
Pretty good.
that is a great start to the weekend. We will be back in action with you next week, Friday. A little bit of a road trip for Waterloo. They head down to Kenosha St. Joseph's. The varsity team will be playing at Carthage College along the lake. And I do not know yet where the JV team will be playing. But next week, Friday, we'll be back with you. That game time is at 4:30. Half hour earlier start time. So once again, the final from Belleville. Waterloo takes care of business and finishes off the Wildcats 9-0. So long, everybody. We'll see you next week.